go, mamas. If you are a new parent and then little girl woke up, she's making a ruckus down here with her little toys. That she just wanted to be around me. Really excited about this weekend. You just want to be with mama, but your feet are still stinky. Welcome back to my channel. Today it is Wednesday, April 3rd. It is 3:40 p.m. Something that's really been on my mind lately is the fact that the systems in our household that used to help keep us organized are no longer working for us. After having a baby, it became clear to me that we just need to update our systems. We need to create new ways in which we're going to keep this house tidy because currently the old ways are not working for us. So if you are a new parent, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a lot of new little things to account for. And in addition to that, babies just grow so fast. So I just have piles of clothes that no longer fit our baby girl, and I don't want to get rid of them because the clothes may come in handy for our future kids. I don't know if I'm gonna have another baby girl in the future, so I need to hold on to the clothes. So with that said, I really am going to take these next couple of days to really think about what we can implement to just facilitate the cleaning up process to make the house seem less chaotic. I need to figure out storage. Ultimately, there's just whole new systems that we need to implement. Let's see what we get into in this video. It is now the next day. I was just getting ready to film my April reset / check-in video, and then little girl woke up, so I decided on just putting pause on that for now. It is now 3 p.m. and usually in the afternoon we do like to go outside just to get some sun, but today it's actually really cold and cloudy. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we're just gonna stay inside. We're gonna stay nice, warm, and cozy. Her little head looks so funny. And also, I've mentioned this before, but I do try my best to not really show her face online, so that's why I'm always struggling to just keep her out of frame. Especially this little one loves the camera. And for this wake window, I do want to slowly start organizing her room just because it's getting out of control. The main issue is just her clothes. Babies honestly grow so fast, and I am constantly having to just make sure to set aside any of the clothes that doesn't fit her. So for example, all of that clothes up there just does not fit her anymore. So I do have to store it away. Hi, little girl. Hi. And let me quickly show you her closet. It has become a bit chaotic. So up in here, I have multiple baskets in which I try my best to organize her toys, but she's honestly gotten so many new toys that I need to wash, and I've just been sort of tossing them in there. I definitely need to organize this way better. Down here, I like to store her blankets. I don't need to change anything about this other than the fact that I need to properly fold all of this. A lot of this clothes, it's like half and half. It's half of things that don't fit her anymore and half of things that are too big for her. And up there, I feel like I can utilize the space way better. That basket up there is full of my bathing suits and stuff. So I definitely need to take this to my closet or utilize that box for her items. Down here is the problem area. I feel like I need a better way to organize it. I have a bunch of her baby carriers here, and then I have a bag down there that is full of clothes that doesn't fit her anymore. There's a bag under all of those baby carriers, kind of hard to see, and that's full of clothes that is too big for her. Like, it should fit her once she's about 1 year old. Stay right here for a little bit. Here you go. In addition to the closet being a problem area, her drawers are also a problem area, so let me show you. In this top drawer, I have a lot of her little hair accessories, like her little bows. I do have some of her socks. And my main issue with this is that I don't like that it's all just combined together. I do feel like down the line I need to get some dividers or some storage organizers so I can just separate this a little bit better, just because I am a stickler for organization. Like, this just isn't working for me. I probably need to do something about this. On this side, I have, I don't even know. Okay, so it's mainly little hats. these do not fit her anymore. Like her head is too big. Like these are definitely too small for her now. I need to make sure to store these things away. I guess I can pull them out now. So I need to sort through the things that do fit her and don't fit her. And then these are more of her bottoms. She doesn't have that many, so this is not too bad. And this drawer is more chaos. This is a lot of her onesies and her bodysuits, things like that. Let's see. Down here, I think it's clothes that doesn't fit her yet. This is too big, so that's why I have it all the way in the bottom, because it should fit her soon. This might be the only organized drawer. This is basically all her little bath towels and yeah, just things for bath time. She's making a ruckus down here with all her little toys. Yes, you are. As you should, little girl. You're having fun with your toys. I also have this 3-tier moving storage cart that is a little bit chaotic. I feel that I can definitely organize that a little bit more. One of the objectives for this video is to organize all of this a little bit better, because it's just honestly getting to the point where it's too much clothes to manage. I don't know what fits her. I need to just create a better system of making sure that I can store away the clothes that doesn't fit her so that I'm not putting it back into her drawers. Another issue that I've run into is that her little toys are just scattered everywhere. And one of the solutions that I have come up with is to just utilize baskets more. So I do have this little basket that she actually got as a gift for Easter. One of the ways to make things look just less cluttered is to consolidate everything. So for example, all of these little things I used to put all over the coffee table, just because we do use a lot of these things throughout the day in the living area. So I thought that instead of having to constantly be cleaning things up, I can just toss it all in here, and then at the end of the week, I can sort through the basket and start putting things where they belong. I prefer that approach over the approach of constantly cleaning up her stuff on a daily basis. So I think baskets are the way to go. I'm gonna find a way to incorporate more baskets in this household. Let's see how that goes, Mama. Yeah? Okay, I think she's hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and feed her. Here you go. Here you go, mamas. Here you go. Yes? Yeah? Yeah? I just finished breastfeeding her and we had such a precious moment together. I honestly love when I'm breastfeeding and she unlatches and she just looks up at me and smiles. It melts my heart so much. I just love being a mom, and I had this moment of stepping back and hoping that in any of these clips I don't come off as negative. I don't come off as, oh my god, I have to clean up all this baby mess. I really don't feel that way. Like, of course, cleaning up sometimes is just gonna seem like a task that you don't want to do. But when I step back and reflect and think, I only have all of this baby mess because I have a baby. Because I have you, Mama. I just felt so grateful, and I oftentimes have to remind myself to connect with gratitude, because I honestly feel that it's so easy to get lost in the mundane, like the day-to-day activities, and see it as a chore, see it as another day to get through. That's honestly not the most ideal way to look at it, just because a majority of our life is composed of mundane moments. Like, most of the day is just the day-to-day routine, and then sometimes we have highlights of our lives. We have these crazy moments that are just like amazing. However, that's only a small percentage of our life. So I really try to look at every single day as precious, every single chore, every single task, every single day that you have to work as something to be grateful for. And so like this thought process was honestly provoked by her. Like, she is my best teacher. I say this often to myself, to my husband, that I am learning so much about myself, about life, obviously about motherhood, so much because of her, because of you. You don't even know it. And you don't even know what you're doing. And yeah, I just wanted to have this moment to sit down and say, if you have baby mess like I do, be grateful for it, because I'm sure we've all seen memes or videos on social media that say that one day we're not going to have that mess, and that's going to be because our babies are grown up and they've gone away either to college or to their next endeavor or with their future spouse, whatever it may be. One day our babies are not going to be with us and we're not going to have those baby messes. And honestly, something about that just is beautiful, but it breaks my heart at the same time. I will continue cleaning up your baby messes and be grateful for it, little one. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly hop on here and remind us to step back and look at the bigger picture and really find gratitude and enjoyment in all of the little things that we have to take care of in our day-to-day. I think we are at the phase again where she just needs to be around me. We went through this phase, I want to say sometime in February, because I remember I mentioned it in my February check-in video that she just wanted to be around me like most of the time. Hey! Right now that I was trying to organize her little room, she was not trying to be alone in her crib. She really wanted to keep an eye on me. So I went ahead and laid down a blanket here on the ground. I'm going to just dump all of the toys on here and start sorting. Hey! What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yes, what do you want to do? You want to play? You want a toy? Okay. As you can see, she just really is trying to have all my attention. So we're gonna give it to you. We're gonna do this together, okay? Here you go. Here you go. So one of the baskets that was in there, like I mentioned, it just has a bunch of her little toys, a bunch of her stuffed animals. Look! Looks! So I'm going to sort through this and just try to see if I can just consolidate things in a more organized way. Okay, so far this is what we're working with. This is everything that was in those two little baskets, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, let's get to organizing everything back into these baskets. I decided on bringing in this Easter basket that was in the living room and swapping it just because this will probably make more sense in her room. So I will use this to organize her little toys. I am all done with organization for today. I will pick up tomorrow. My husband is currently putting baby girl down for a nap in her room, so I finished just in time. I quickly just wanted to hop on here to say it is so bittersweet cleaning out her drawers, taking out everything that doesn't fit her anymore, because it's just a reminder of how fast she is growing. Before having her, I remember people just telling me that time goes by so fast when they're a newborn, like the first year is just gone in the blink of an eye. And so far we're at month 4, almost 5, and I can definitely say that it has just gone by so fast. It's kind of wild. And just right now going through all of her little socks, her little hats, her little shoes, all of the clothes that's just too small for her now. Like, when did that happen? We'll continue this tomorrow. It's been too much for one day for my little heart to bear. Hello, it is now the next day. It is Friday, April 5th. It is currently 1 p.m. and I just got out of my PJs. I have a little girl right here on the bed. She was watching me get ready. I just finished working from home. Hi! I just finished working from home about half an hour ago or so. It's been so crazy in the mornings. I have given up on getting out of my PJs. That's just the phase of life that we are in. I woke up at around 5 a.m. to pump, and then I was so tired. Hi, mama! And then I did not wake up until like 7:30, and I usually start working at around 8 a.m. So these mornings, my priority has just been to breastfeed her and then start getting work done, not get out of my PJs. And that is okay. That is just the phase of life that we're in. Hi. On the days that I wake up feeling a little bit crappy, you want to say something? On the days that I wake up feeling a little bit crappy, I do try my best to get out of my PJs. But if I wake up feeling good, I'm just gonna ride the wave. I'm gonna stay in my PJs all day. Anyway, tonight I do have book club. I have mentioned before on my channel that I am part of a book club. We typically meet on a monthly basis in the beginning of the month, and I look forward to it so much every month. I love gathering with the girls, and I also love that it just keeps me accountable to make sure I'm reading one book per month, which is my goal for the year. The only downside to it is that it is a little bit weird still, like leaving baby girl behind. She stays back with her dad, and even though it does hurt my soul to leave her sometimes, it's only for a couple of hours, and she gets to bond with her dad, one-on-one time with daddy. All of this to say is I don't really want to get too ready right now because I will get ready later for book club, but right now I quickly just wanted to like somewhat put myself together so that I don't look like a little raccoon. I'm probably just going to put a little bit of blush on because that's typically all I need to somewhat feel put together. Something about blush just makes me feel good about myself. I'm really excited about this weekend. We're going to hang out with some close friends tomorrow. On Sunday, we usually go to church, and we'll probably visit some family. The only downside is that it is pretty cold. It's okay. Come on. Mommy's just putting on a little blush. You can watch me put my blush on. Does mommy look pretty? Does mama look pretty? Yeah, she does? Thank you. Okay, come on. You just want to be with mommy. Ah! Okay, come on then. Baby girl is not trying to be away from mommy. I'm going to try to do this with my left hand. Please. You just want to be with mama. You just want to be with mama. As I was saying in some of my previous clips, baby girl is just trying to be around me all the time. Like even if she's fed and content, she has to make sure that I am in her line of sight. And I'm just your best friend, huh? You always want to be with me? But anyway, as I was saying is that I'm pretty bummed out that it's pretty cold today. So let's see, for this weekend, what's the weather gonna be like? It's actually raining today. It's gonna be raining for the rest of the afternoon. And then this weekend, it's going to be pretty chilly. I don't know if it's gonna be cloudy. Doesn't seem like it will be, but it is gonna be cold. So usually when it's like pretty cold, we don't try to go out too much with her. We just don't want her to get sick or anything. Like for example, right now it's raining, so obviously we can't take her out. In these conditions, it's already hard enough going out on a sunny day. I can't imagine going out in the rain. That means that we're probably just gonna have a cozy day inside. I was actually going to show her organized closet and drawers, but baby girl is hungry, so I'm gonna breastfeed her. She's been cluster feeding lately and she has not been napping very well today. That is how baby girl is feeling today, and whatever she wants is what we're gonna do. That's how it goes in this house. She is the boss baby. Stinky girl. I got a little stinky girl. Stinky feet. Stinky feet. I don't know what it is about baby feet, but they are stinky. I honestly like wipe them down daily. She gets baths, but your feet are still stinky. And the thing about stinky baby smells is that I love them. Like I honestly just can't stop smelling your feet. You don't have papas? You don't have papas? You lied to me. I don't really know where she's at right now. I don't know if she's still hungry. Are you sleepy? What's going on? You're still hungry? I think she might still be hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and feed her the other breast, and then hopefully she will fall asleep because she's definitely tired. It's been a while since she's napped, so we'll see. We'll see. You're the boss. Mwah. I love yous. Okay, so baby girl finally went down for a nap. It is about to be 3 o'clock and I finally had lunch. That is so bad. Honestly, I am way overdue for lunch. Like my hands were shaking as I was trying to put it down. Not good. For breakfast, I only had cereal and coffee, so definitely not the most nutritious. I need to be better about this. I just wanted to come on here and say that as a new mom, like I am, I'm trying to figure out a lot of things as well as I go, and I just would like to get better. Just bringing awareness to myself around this because it's not something I want to keep doing, and maybe it's something that you're doing as well. So let's just try to be better. With all that said, I hear baby girl. She's honestly only been asleep for maybe 15 minutes, however long it took me to eat. So it is one of those days. Every day is different, and I've honestly just learned to accept that because she's figuring it out as well. If you're a new mom, be patient with yourself. It's all part of this journey of motherhood and of life. Little girl. Hi, baby. Is that why you woke up? Because you did a little poo-poos? I think she woke up because she has to poop. But anyway, I do want to show you her magic sleep suit. I have shared it before on this channel, but in case you haven't seen the videos in which I share it, let me show it again. We have been using this baby Marilyn's magic sleep suit ever since she turned 3 months old, which is when we transitioned her out of a swaddle. Once they're able to roll, you can't swaddle them anymore because there's a risk of suffocation and it's just not recommended. So we bought her this magic sleep suit. I had heard great things about it. It had like raving reviews, and honestly I was kind of nervous because she had just begun to love being swaddled when we had to switch her over to another sleeping situation. Ever since the first day that we put it on her, she loved it. Like the first time she wore this, she took a very long nap. It must have been 2 to 3 hours, which is not normal for her. It definitely wasn't normal for her at the time. Just sharing that in case there's any new moms that are nervous about the swaddle transition. This worked for us. The one that we bought her, it's size small, so it's from 3 to 6 months, 12 to 18 pounds. I guess this would only work if you live in an area where it's not too hot, or if the current season in which you're in, it's not too hot, because I would say it's pretty warm. The inner and outer layers are cotton. The inner lining is polyester. So that said, it does keep her very warm. When she was 3 months and we started using this, it was still pretty cold where we live. I say cold, but it's California, the greater Los Angeles area, so relatively speaking it's not that cold here. But for me, born and raised here, it's cold, and our home gets really cold as well, so this was never an issue. I never felt like she was overheating in this. If you have similar climate in your area, or depending on the season, this might be a good option for you. Every baby's different. That's the thing. So this works for my baby girl. I don't know if it'll work for your baby. While she's calm, I'm actually going to show you her closet. Down here, I just went ahead and organized her blankets. So there are categories to this. Over here, we have like her muslin blankets, which we usually use for her bath time. And then I have some of her old swaddle blankets, which I just like to take these out like on her stroller or whenever we go out and about. Here I have a bunch of receiving blankets, which to be honest, we didn't really use. Like we used them when she was newborn to wrap her, like to swaddle her, but we don't really use them anymore. We haven't used them in a long time, so I was about to store them away. The only reason I didn't is because I figured I can use them as burp cloths. I do have a lot of burp cloths, but she does go through these pretty quickly, so if we ever run out, I can just use these to like wipe her down whenever she spits up, or just to like clean her. I do usually like to store her baby wipes in this corner. The ones that we buy are Kirkland brand. We buy these at Costco. We also do get the Amazon ones, so we kind of just switch off. And down here, I have like her little blankets that we usually use when we go out and about to keep her warm or to cover her stroller. And then here are like more of the softer blankets that can maybe keep her a little bit warmer, some pillows. Here we have her sheets for her bassinet and her crib. And this little plastic organizing thing, I repurposed it. I think one of her blankets came in here, but I just repurposed it to use it for her mattress protectors. So the mattress protectors are there. So it's looking pretty good, pretty organized. I just like to have categories of things. Things are gonna get messy, but I just periodically come in here and reorganize. So here we are just running with the theme of baskets. I brought in her little bunny basket that we had in the living room. She got this for an Easter gift. This basket was part of a gift as well, and we just repurposed it. And then this is like a diaper organizer that I did get on Amazon. I don't know if someone bought it off of our baby registry or if we purchased it on our own, but I will link this down below either way. The main objective for these little baskets is to store her toys. So here I just put a bunch of her stuffed animals. She doesn't really play with these yet, but I'm sure that in the future she will. In this basket, I just threw more of her like stuffed animals, more of her toys that make noises and keep her entertained a little bit more. These are kind of like more of the interactive toys, I would say. And in this basket, I have all of the items that she's going to need when she starts teething, which is honestly so soon. So I need to clean some of these. A lot of these are new. We just received from some family members. So I need to wipe these down. Basically, the category for all of these is teething related articles. So honestly, baskets are the way to go. I highly recommend because you can just toss things in there. You don't even have to like super organize. You just dump it in there and that's already organized. And then her little clothes, she doesn't have too much clothes that we hang. So, you know, that looks pretty organized. I'm sure soon enough this will be filled with clothes. And up here, I mainly just cleared out the box that was up here and reorganized so it's a little bit more empty and more of a clean slate for when we start needing to put more things up here. And down here, I just have her diapers. Inside, I also have like some wipes, her hamper for her dirty laundry, and that is a bag full of clothes that she's soon going to start using. So I think all of it is 12 months plus. So once she turns 1 year or once she gets close to that, I will take out all of this clothes and organize it in her drawers. This bag is a new bag that I started yesterday. It's basically labeled. It says girl 0 to 6 months. So anything that stops fitting here, I'm just going to toss it in here until it's filled up. So the main systems implemented in there are just having more baskets where I can just toss things and not really have to think too much about it. And each of those baskets has a category, so that just helps me know what goes where. So everything has a home. And then I have categories for all of her little blankets and things like that. And the other thing is having a bag or a basket where you can just dump the things that stop fitting your kiddos. And now let me show you the drawers. So for the drawers, the main thing that I did was clear them out. So for this one, I just got rid of a lot of the little shoes and the little socks that didn't fit her anymore. And then here are just all of her little bows. These are all the same type of bow, but just like different colors. Then in this one, I reorganized her things. These two piles are her long sleeve onesies. Since she doesn't have a lot of long sleeve ones, I just decided to put them up in here. And this pile is just her shirts that aren't bodysuits. So they're part of like a set. So I put them here. And then I have some more of her bows and some bibs. Looking better. Let's see how long that lasts. Here I have a lot of her long sleeve bodysuits, like her sleepers, I guess you would call these. So these two piles are that. And then here I have all of her short sleeve onesies. I try my best to color code, but I know this is not going to last more than a week, but it doesn't hurt to try. Moving on to the bottom drawer. I didn't really touch anything down here. These are all things that don't fit her yet. I do like to have some items that are a little bit bigger than her current size, just, you know, to have bigger sizes on deck. And down here, I didn't change anything. That's just all of her bath towels. Okay, moving to this 3-tier cart that honestly is so handy. Down here, I decided to put all of her books because I do like to read to her daily, so I just want to make sure I have these accessible. I didn't really want to store them in the closet because then I sort of forget about them. So I want to make sure that I'm just like rotating through these books. In this second level, I used to have a bigger basket. That basket is now in the living room. I will show you afterwards. But it's just this cute little basket where I keep some things that I use when I'm breastfeeding. So for example, it's actually one of her receiver blankets. I just sort of like folded it over and tied it. And for the ladies with bigger breasts, doing something like this helps you like support the weight of your breast. Before I breastfeed her, I just put it under my breast and have it rest there. So now when I'm feeding her, most of the weight is on here. So yeah, I have like pretty large breasts for my body. Once I started breastfeeding, obviously they just got bigger. So, and then I have Vaseline, her little brush because I like to brush her sometimes while I'm breastfeeding her. I have a little nail clipper that I sometimes use. I mainly use this nail filer. I got it on Amazon. I don't know if we bought it or we got it through our baby registry, but I keep it up here. Usually the things that I use the most, I keep it up here. But yeah, so that's what's in here. And I can just keep dumping things as I see fit. And then in the top, I didn't really organize the top because there's hardly anything there. So here, I guess she doesn't really use these anymore. I used to keep them here because she would scratch her face a lot when she was younger. So anytime that I would lay her down to like play, I would make sure she had little mittens so she didn't scratch her face. She has passed this, so we're gonna go ahead and store that away. But up here, I just keep the things that I use on a daily basis. So for example, I have my nipple cream, which honestly I don't really use anymore, so I'll just put it down there. But I like to keep a burp cloth because things get messy when I'm breastfeeding. I just keep it there. This, because the only time that she allows me to file her nails is when I'm breastfeeding her. So I keep it up here. In here, this little guy, this is to clean her nose and her ears. So it has little loops on the ends, as you can see. Please ignore my nails. I have not gotten a manicure in ages. But anyway, this is just to get like those really stubborn boogies or any earwax. So I just keep that on the top as well. And then this, it's just a little tray that I repurposed. This came with like a little tea mug that someone gave me as a gift. I think my mom gave it to me actually, but I use the bottom tray to hold my nipple shields now because I used to just like toss them around and I would lose them because they're silicone see-through. But anyway, now when I'm breastfeeding, I just like keep it there. I know that's for my nipple shields and I do need to wash this, so don't judge me. I do still use nipple shields when I'm breastfeeding. This one's dirty because I used it this morning. I just like to have a little tray for that. And this, very important to have, these are headphones, but I do like to have these handy. Those headphones just are so handy when I'm breastfeeding and I want to listen to a video or when I want to listen to a podcast. I just pop them in so that the noise isn't distracting her because right now she's in her very alert phase. So if she hears something playing on my phone, she's going to unlatch and try to look at whatever I'm looking at, and I don't want her looking at the screen. Having just little headphone like earbuds, very handy. And I did want to say, like, for all of the little accessories, like all of her little mittens or her headbands or her socks or her beanies, just basically any of the smaller things, I did mention that I have this bag. Well, I have a smaller bag within that bag, and this is basically where I'm consolidating like all of her smaller articles like shoes, little mittens, her beanies, things like that, so that it's just more organized this way. I'm not just dumping it in there with the larger bag. And the last thing that I want to show you is just a little basket that I have out in the living room to like capture all of her toys. I used to have this on the 3-tier rolling cart that I showed you in the nursery, but I figured this could maybe look a little bit cuter out in the living room. It matches the vibe, and it's also smaller so that I'm never like accumulating too much out here. I basically just threw in here like the main toys that she's into right now. So like this little bunny, she really likes this koala because she's starting to teeth soon, so she likes chewing on the ends. She likes this guy a lot. Anything that crinkles, she really likes right now. And then we have this cow, this singing cow that she also really likes. It's very interactive. And then we have more teething toys. She loves this bunny. And just the book that I'm currently reading to her. So this helps me consolidate everything that she usually plays with in the living room without having it all scattered on the coffee table, which is what we used to do, and it was just driving me crazy. The things that I still struggle with in terms of storage are like the bigger items. So for example, her lounger. I also have the skip hop that she's going to start using soon. Let me show you. Ignore that. I don't know what my husband ordered. But anyway, this skip hop, she's still a little too small, but she's gonna be using it soon. But the point is that it's just big. I don't really know where to store it. And there's this other little basket that actually I can repurpose for her room. So we're gonna take that in there. But let me also show you. I'm in the office now, and here I have her car seat, her diaper bag, and those are usually things that like I don't know where to put them. So it's the bigger things that I'm struggling with. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna keep them in the office. I was really trying to keep the office space clean and just like a space for productivity, but I think I'd rather just store her bigger items here just so they're not out and about in the living room, because I don't know if you're like me. I am a person that can become very easily like overstimulated by her environment. Any visual clutter just stresses me out. So I think using the office as like a space to hide everything might be a good option. But I don't know, because with all of that said, I do want to share that, oh my God, this freaking box. Anyway, with all of that said, I do want to share that I am learning to not be such a stickler, like to not get so stimulated by my surroundings, just because I need to accept that this is the phase in my life that I am in. Right now, it's all about her. It's all about her interacting with the world through toys, her just growing. And with growing means she's gonna start using more things in the house. So even though I'm a very like organized person, I definitely have come a long way, and I am no longer like overly organized. Like I'm organized enough. Like the point of this video is kind of like to create systems so it minimizes clutter, because obviously like I still want to minimize clutter. I don't want the house to like always be messy, because I don't want to live that way. However, I am more allowing of a little bit of mess and a little bit of chaos, because that's life. And there's nothing wrong with your house not being super tidy and dust free and like sterile and perfect all the time, you know? Even without kids, that's really hard to achieve. So why would I expect that with kids, it's gonna also be equally clean? You know what I mean? So yeah, the point of all this is just to find new systems, find new ways to have our home be orderly while still allowing for the chaos necessary for our kids to develop, and for us to just give ourselves grace and be human beings. Like we're messy sometimes. Life is a balance of order and chaos. So with all of that being said, I'm going to take this little basket into her room and find a new purpose for it.
Hi, Mama. Are you playing? Are you playing? Oh, my baby. Did you poo-poo? Yeah.
I'm going to be closing the video here. Thank you for hanging out. I'm really honestly enjoying this new phase of my life, where I was just telling my husband yesterday that before I was implementing household systems that worked for him and me, and it's been so fun to implement new systems that incorporate our little girl. And the point of all of this is just to kind of have the home running a little bit more smoothly so that I'm not enslaved to it. I'm not always cleaning. The purpose is to have these systems that keep more or less some type of order here, so that on our afternoons or our evenings or our weekends, we can spend more time exploring the world, going out and about, or just hanging out, rather than like me cleaning all the time or my husband cleaning along with me. But yeah, it's been really fun. I love all of this. Like I just love organizing and thinking of new ways to utilize things in our home, and thinking about how we function in our home and how to like organize around that. Before I go on a rant, I'm gonna end right here. Thank you so much for being here. Please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to. Go watch some of my other videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.